Hello, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. As always, I'm very glad to see you guys again. It's another opportunity for us to meet together and to talk about gang stalking. I'm always very happy to have your comments in the comments section. I'm very happy to read your comments, and I like to respond to them as appropriate. I also like when I see that I get new subscribers. Apparently, my channel is going up, and I literally just got the 30th subscriber today. So, um, to you, man, thank you for subscribing. That was actually very nice of you to do that. It was actually a really interesting channel. It's quite funny. It's about it's just some videos about AI doing human things. I think it's quite funny. So if you guys want to check it out, I can't remember the name. Sorry, I just don't have it in my. But anyway, guys, it's makes me happy a lot of times to see the comments and the responses I get from people, the interaction I have with people, and of course the fact that the subscriber number is going up. But then I see some things which don't really make me very happy. And today I saw a comment which made me really, 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 really sad when I saw that comment. Sorry, guys, I know I'm laughing, but I'm just laughing at how ridiculous this comment was. It's funny, but it is sad at the same time. So do believe me when I tell you that it's sad. So somebody, sorry guys, somebody that seems to be a targeted individual left a comment saying, I'm sorry, man. Something to the effect of, sorry. I'm gonna try to stop it. Somebody left a comment. Somebody left a comment saying that reptilians are real and then gang stalking is done by reptilians. I'm sorry, man. Apparently, this is a targeted individual. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't make this video, man. I think I'm gonna cancel it. I don't know. We'll see if I post it. Oh yeah. So apparently, this is a targeted individual. Okay. So this is a TI who is actually saying that no, it's not the government, it's reptilians, and he actually bothered to put a crying face, like a face with one tear, as if they're really sad about the fact that people don't realize that reptilians rule the world or whatever. Oh yeah. Guys, I want to comment about this. This makes me really sad to see this. As funny as it is hilarious, but it makes me very sad to see this, and I'll tell you why it makes me sad. Because, guys, this is pathetic, man. This is sad, man. I feel bad for you guys. I feel bad for you. I genuinely feel bad for you guys that believe in this kind of horse crap. If you believe in like that gang stalking is done by demons or jinns or reptilians or whatever fucking paranormal bullshit, I actually feel bad for you, man. Like, first of all, I feel bad for you that you are this fucking delusional, that you live in this fucking crazy world where such things are real. I actually feel bad for you, like, because I wouldn't want to live in a world where reptilians rule the world, and where every time you look at the news, you're gonna think there's a reptilian shapeshifter presenting the news for you, right? So that's number one. I feel bad for you. Number two, I have to say, I think you're delusional, and I think you're crazy, and I think this also has to be talked about, which is that there is a lot of schizophrenic, borderline schizophrenic people that seem to join our community, join the gang stalking community, the gang stalking subreddit, for example. I don't like this at all because you guys do not experience gang stalking. You are schizophrenic. I'm talking to this small percentage of people. You're schizophrenic, you're hallucinating, you're paranoid, you're delusional, You have a mental problem. You are not being gangstalked. Your problem is very different. The voices are doing this to you. You need help. And gangstalking subreddit forum is not the right place for you guys. And all you are doing is you're wasting the time of the targeted individuals, people who are actually suffering from severe problems, as in severe external problems in the real world. And also, you're making us look bad because when people come and they can clearly see and notice that you're just mumbling and repeating some schizophrenic sounding nonsense, you're just hurting us immensely. You're hurting the target individual community. You're just making us look crazy. We already look crazy to people. Nobody believes the things that we're saying. In the mainstream media, we look completely nuts. You're just adding fuel to that fire. You're making us look worse than we already look. So that's point 2. Point 3 is, people repeating these things, these bullshit stories about reptilians or shapeshifters or whatever. Guys, this just makes us lose credibility. This makes us look bad. This makes us look crazy. And it makes us lose credibility because when you talk to people and you tell them, I think the shapeshifter reptilians are doing this to me, what do you think people are going to think of you? Of course, more and more people are going to be like, guys, these people are nuts, man. What are you talking about, man? You can't talk to these people. They're not reasonable. So that's like the 3 main reasons why it makes me really, 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 really sad to see people posting this kind of garbage. And that was just one comment. There was a lot of people out there. There was also another subreddit which was created for these people. Because apparently when you tell them that it's the government, they don't like it. They get really angry and they say these are just disinformation, right? So when you go to the subreddit, I try to post on a subreddit a couple of times. I'm not going to name it by name, but I try to post there a couple of times and I actually get kicked out when I challenge this whole theory about demons and jinns and whatever. And they kicked me out. They said, you're posting falsehood, you're posting disinformation, and you need to get out of our community. I was like, you know what? I'm very happy to get out of here because I don't want to be associated with people like you. So, guys, this is a problem that needs to be talked about. I understand that not everybody knows what gangstalking is and why it's being done. I know that we could have, a lot of us can come up to different conclusions about what it is. But when I'm discussing with somebody that I respect, who's a targeted individual going through gangstalking, and we're trying to come up to an explanation of what gangstalking is, and we come up to different theories, at the very least, when I'm having this discussion with somebody, I want these theories to be reasonable, to be within the realm of possibility. That way we can have a fruitful discussion, because we're still discussing within the realm of the things that are possible in the world. But when I'm having a discussion with somebody about gangstalking and what it is, and they start spouting all this shit about fucking demons and reptilians, and dude, I'm sorry, but this is not a discussion. I mean, I may also be wrong about what gangstalking is. I may be wrong about a lot of things, but at the very least, I'm not telling you something as far-fetched as shape-shifting reptilians and jinns and demons and whatnot. Okay, guys? So this this makes me sad, and I actually feel bad for these people. I really, really feel bad for these people, man. I feel bad for you, man, that you live in this fucking world where you think the world is controlled by fucking jinns and reptilians and demons. Come on, man. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes, man. I don't want to be living in a world like that. Like, I genuinely believe the world is a very dark place because I've seen a lot of bad things happen. I've seen the gangstalking. I've seen a lot of horrible things happen. I know it's not all like rosy or whatever, but I mean, I would never take it to the level of believing in reptilians and shapeshifters. That's just too much, man. So that's just a message to you people who believe in these things. Like, please, if you're like schizophrenic, if you're paranoid schizophrenic and you're like mentally ill, and I assure you guys, there's a this has to be talked about in the gangstalking community. Like, there are people who think they're being gangstalked, but they are not being gangstalked. They're crazy. They're mentally ill. They really have a mental illness. They are schizophrenic. That can definitely be the case. There's people who, because they do drugs a little bit too much, start thinking that they're being gangstalked. You know, that percentage is always going to exist, and that's just an unfortunate fact. But of course, I believe, of course, that the majority of people who claim to be gangstalked really are being gangstalked. Clearly, if you sound like you're sane and you talk like a normal sane person, like a rational individual, and you tell the story of gangstalking, I would believe you 100% because I've been going through it for 8 years. But we have to accept that there's always going to be this percentage of crazy people that join our ranks and believe that they are one of us when they're clearly not. They just need help. These are sick people that really, really need help. It's very sad to see. I feel bad for these people. They all they do is make us look bad. They're just making us look bad. And it's not good to associate with these people. They're spreading disinformation. It's hurting them. It's hurting our community. It's making us look crazier than we are. And it's making it's making us lose credibility because we look like we are insane like them. And then it just makes it even more difficult for people to believe that we are targeted individuals. So if you go out there and you talk about being a target individual, people are not going to believe you because now it's becoming associated with lunacy. It's becoming associated with complete cuckoo banana theories about jinns and reptilians and whatnot. Anyway, guys, I think I've shared my 2 cents on this, and that was my piece. And I'll see you guys in the next one.